Hello, my name is Eduardo Soto. I am an immigration lawyer. I have been practicing immigration law for more than 27 years. That means that I'm kind of old. But in any case, I come to you today and I take your time to talk to you about something very important. Many of you are employers in the United States with employees you wish to help, whose experience, whose work ethic you truly appreciate, and you want to extend your gratitude to these people by supporting them in their search for legal and lawful permanent residency in the United States. In order to do this, there is a process called labor certification. Labor certification is a process with the Department of Labor in which and after which, if approved, allows the individual to apply for lawful permanent residency. There are many good features about labor certification, but suffice it to say that if your employee's labor certification is approved, he or she will, based on the most current visa bulletin, will be able to file for lawful permanent residency in approximately 15 to 18 months. Now, labor certification, even though it seems something that is very difficult from the outside as a layperson, it's really not. There are two fundamental things that must be in place in order for this to be approved. One, your employee or your future employee has to be demonstrated to be the best candidate for the position you offer he or she. The way the Department of Labor determines this is it requires the sponsoring employer to run an ad in a periodical, internet, etc., one day of the same position you offer your employee. The purpose of the ad is to provoke a response which, according to the Department of Labor, would allow you then to see what the competition is in the area, and if it is your opinion after the interviews that your employee or your future employee is in fact the best candidate for the position, then your recommendation will be that he or she is in fact the best candidate. After your interview, you will be supplying us with copies of your notes of the interviews of the prospective employees, if in fact there was anyone who responded to the ad. The other item that is many times a sticking point for employers is the employer must show that he or she has the necessary economic wherewithal, or in other words, income as a company to pay this prospective employer. The information you provide us with respect to the financial health of your company, your taxes, are strictly confidential. They are not shared with your employee, and they are kept confidential with my firm. Now, you've heard me say repeatedly today that we're talking about a prospective employee. When I say prospective employee, it's because the labor certification process is in fact for future employment. The individual who works for you obviously has worked for you through today's date, and you ask yourself, well, we're talking about a prospective employer or employee, why is it that I'm also employing this individual? The fact that he or she worked for you is really not relevant. This is again a process for the future. Now, the labor certification process is going to require other steps that you will have to take. For example, we need to define the skills, the knowledge, and the experience, and the salary proposed for the individual. We as a firm will sit with you, either over the phone, through a Skype conversation, etc., and we will put together a job description that best fits your company's needs and that of your employee. We also have to determine what is the preliminary wage. This is typically determined by the State Department of Labor located in your state. Obviously, as discussed earlier and as mentioned in this video, we need to determine that the company's taxes are sufficient to sponsor the foreign worker. This is done by supplying us with a copy of your most recent tax return. It's important for you to know that you have within your means the power to help someone who greatly needs your help. We, as attorneys, as immigration attorneys, are here to help them. If you have further questions of me or my firm, please call us. We're here ready to answer your questions. Hopefully this video has been somewhat instructive for you, and you call us in the future. Thank you.